Welcome to the Player Supreme Show here at ZenMax.com. I am your host, Player Supreme. Yeah, boy. I'm back to my funny papers, and the title of this one is called, "Oh, Girls I Slut!" This guy writes, "So after many experiences with girls, reading other guys' experiences, etc., it seems almost every girl nowadays is a whore. Since this is the reality, should we settle for a whore? I wouldn't. My natural instincts warn me. Fresh air is bad for my health. My inhaler. My natural instincts warns me it is a bad decision. But if almost the majority of them are whores, it is really, really difficult to find a girl who is not. They like girls that look naive, but they fuck 10 guys. Wow, 10 whole guys. Wow, that's a lot. 10 whole guys. I guess this little guy just can't stand the competition. Must have some dick issues going on. Afraid he can't satisfy her. And she's out there looking for the one dick that can satisfy her. Instead of putting his bid in, he makes a post. "Oh, girl, that's nuts!" He continues. "There are others that look promiscuous, and they've had threesomes, ons, etc. It seems all of them are corrupted." Yeah, I would fuck with a girl that had threesomes. Not much style. I don't know where he's going. But not all girls are whores, fellas. Girls are girls. Girls in college, they're trying to get an education on. They want to have some fun. This motherfucker must have grew up in a church. And he wants a girl to be a virgin. Well, good luck that one, buddy. He finished up by saying, "My first girlfriend just had sex with 2 guys who were her boyfriends before me. And at that time, I thought that was a lot for a 23-year-old girl. Damn. This guy must come from a convent. Only 2 dudes at 23? No ons or one-night stands. No weird stuff. Nowadays, I know this is nothing. So what do we do, guys? Settle?" Wow. Wow. Obviously a Caucasian male, no offense. And with pristine values, he's pushing off on women. And he's upset because women don't hold up to his pristine values. Basically be a virgin. This kind of guy, he deserves the hell that he's living in. Women are not necessarily promiscuous. They're free. I guess he's never heard of the sexual revolution of the 60s. Women started burning their bras, early 70s, all that whole bullshit. Sponsored, helped along by the feminist movement, of course. Behind those were the homosexual women. But I guess he's never heard that whole movement. And yeah, nowadays girls are easier to get into bed. They're a lot easier because you see sex on TV. Watch Game of Thrones. See all kind of sex on that one. I don't watch it anymore, but if you guys still do watch it, girls watch it. Some girls do. You see sex everywhere you go. I guess this guy has never heard of the book called 50 Shades of Grey. In fact, for this virgin wannabe knucklehead, he shouldn't read the book. In fact, he should never read the book My Secret Garden and learn how nasty and debased women's fantasies actually are. Because in his mind, are pure and clean and nice, and they read the Bible every day. Basically, the mentality of a fool in today's society is what I call it. Unfortunately, I used to be like that when I was young. I'm glad I grew up. Remember, I told you fellas, I didn't think women took, and when I was in, elementary school, I didn't think women took a dump. That's how clean I thought they were. I didn't think women lied. Oh boy, did I learn about that one. Women are just like us. Women are just like us. They want sex too. If you knuckleheads want sex, you think women don't want to have sex? Or most women want to have sex. Just like us. This type of person puts a woman in a box. And it's so disappointing when they don't behave the way that his warped mind thinks they should be. I guess he never thought of his mother bending over and his daddy sliding his dick between his mother's butt cheeks. Never thought about that. And that's the night he was created. His dad was hitting him from the back. But I see this a lot on, it's mostly, it's Caucasian males. You Caucasian males have this syndrome going through you, where you put a woman on a pedestal and she has to be this pristine thing. What women liked about me was I took them off that pedestal, let them run free. Free to laugh and snort while they're laughing so much and just have fun. This kind of guy would be a dick for a chick to date. She might burp and he'll think less of her over a meal. She's afraid to fall asleep. She might pass gas or something. Then he'll never love me again. Women around him, they walk on eggshells. If they cared. Obviously they don't care because he said his last girlfriend. She probably put under the pressure. Said, fuck it. Don't be like this, fellas. This is the last thing you want to be like as a man. Are you pro-masculine or anti-feminine? Is blank, the name of the place I'm reading this from, really what you imagine it would be? Is it any different from when you first arrived here? Did you come here for help or to bash sluts? Unfortunately, a lot of males, I understand where you're coming from. Believe me, I've been there myself. Except I didn't bash girls. I just had a consultation last night where I was telling a young fella how it was for me in high school. Bashing women is the sign of an angry, weak, little man. Little man. Okay? It's not a sign of a big, mature man, a grown man, a real man. Weak, little men do that. This author continues, where does the line of red pill end? They took that from me. Where does the line of monosphere masturbator is what that means, begins? I don't understand some of these kids today, fellas. This whole incel and masturbation. He continues, did you come hoping to find out how to be better with girls? Or did you come to become paranoid about what your girlfriend is doing every time she goes out without you? And there are guys like that. They freak out. But a woman shouldn't be going out without a man, okay? If you do your game right, your woman ain't going to want to go out without you. If your woman wants to go out by herself with her girlfriends, you need to leave that bitch. She ain't on your team. She's type that will cheat on you if she already hasn't. The state of, the name of the site is in civil war. In one corner, you have newbies coming in with the slightest clue of how to attract a high-quality woman he seeks, and the men who are here to help them succeed. In another corner, you have the fear-mongering monomasters. These made-up words, man, who think everyone but them is blue pill. Woman bashing, constantly worried about fidelity, CWAF. Men whose sole purpose here is to assume the worst case scenario when it comes to women because they are manipulative, evil, sluts, greedy, etc. Like the guy whose post I just read. All women are sluts! Stop doing that voice! It irritates me! I don't sound like that! Now, I heard Steve Hoka did a video on me, so I got to go find that fucking video and do a review on Steve Hoka. He's a MGTOWer. Now, I'll try to be nice. You know, I can talk like Steve, though. I can really get my voice up there and talk from my nose. Which corner do you reside in? Do you provide positive energy? Or do you provide negative energy, disguised as a red pill? Good point here. Very good point. The young fellow I was working with last night was very well educated in African history, and he used it to go around to start arguments to make his ego feel better. And what I explained to him was that his ego manipulates him like a puppet. So he brings negative energy, though, disguised as red pill, trying to force everybody to take the red pill. He loves getting arguments with white folks and Latinos, and I'm trying to get him to stop all that nonsense and grow up. Let it go. The site was once filled with intelligent men who proclaimed 1. Self-improvement, 2. Pro-masculinity, 3. Becoming the most attractive man possible. Yes. Instead, today, many members took to shift blame to females. They failed to take responsibility. See, that's because they lack masculinity. A man takes responsibility and works to improve the situation. That's because it's easy. That's right. It's fucking easy to blame women. It's much, much harder to look at things for what they really are. Women are not evil or manipulative. See, I'm reading his post like a man because he's presenting himself like a man instead of a whiny, slimy worm. He continues, they only appear such if you do not understand them and their nature. Get it? Literally shake their head when they hear such excuses. I'm going to provide some quotes from, he mentions a guy's name and in the thread. And the fellow that he's quoting says, they're simply acting as women do. It's as in their nature. The problem is not them, it is with guys. Another one of the fellows quotes, we are afraid to embrace our nature, that of being a man. Being a culture that sees manhood as predatory and oppressive and uncouth, we cover it up within ourselves. The fellow also said, just be a man. There is no need to reprogram yourself. You have the interests you have, the hobbies you have, the body you have, but you can easily become a man. It's all simply in the way you think as you think you shall become. That's Allen's work, As a Man Thinketh. I read that in high school. A man follows the passion in his life. Passion of women? Of course not. A man has goals and desires that goes above that of chasing chicks. After childhood, there are true winners and losers in life. A man desires to be the winner. A man wants to win in what he does. Because of his passion, a man can sometimes come off as arrogant and egotistical. He does not apologize for this or his desires. The man continues, no, gentlemen, the disgrace of men is in not embracing your true nature, following your passion, and thus living or loving life. Women are to enhance your life, not be your life. Good words here. Men build towers, women build webs. If you aren't constructing your tower or aren't even planning it, why should she cast her web at you? Boom, there it is right there. What I've been about. That's why I'm not about just getting ass. Building your life. Why would a bitch want to date you? What do you have going for yourself that makes a bitch want to want to jump on your ship and swab your deck? Probably there's so many males ain't got a goddamn thing going for them. That's why I look for these instant cures, these towels of badass that will get them instant women without having to do a thing. These miracle A1, A2, just say this shit. Bullshit. Then they wonder why the shit don't work. Because you're not a man yet. This fella continues, if you want worthy chicks, you yourself must strive to become worthy. I didn't realize this fella, I was on that site years ago, and we were the two people that people mostly talked about, me in a negative way. And I was saying the exact same thing this fellow was saying. I never really read his posts. They were too long. I was too busy teaching what I knew about the game. And the site eventually drove both of us out of there. He was the greatest teacher, and they drove him out. Because the site got taken over by these weak, feminized males who hated to see other men have success. And I'm not going to mention the site. This fellow said, be a man, and with it, you'll advance in your career, your social life, and even your dealings with women. This is the same stuff I've been talking about since 2002, as I showed in a post coming off the Pimps Network. He also wrote, men are very rare these days. So the post writer writes, which corner do you think this fellow was in? So what corner are you in? Do you come here yearning to learn about how to be an attractive man, or how to surround a woman in boundaries, hoping she never ventures outside of them? I just talked about that. The box. Those are weak men that do that, by the way. If you have weakness within you, fellas, you're going to want that woman to be on that, you're going to put a woman on that pedestal. And she will rule you from that pedestal, but she will never fuck you. Or rarely will she come down to fuck you. When you sell to a female, she knows what position you put her in your mind, by the way. Either you're coming above her, or you're coming in below her. There's no equality in the game. The game is life, by the way. I don't know if you guys have grown up enough to realize there's no equality in life. It's what you earn. Practically what you take. The post writer continues. Do you want to attract a high quality woman because you're a high quality man? Or do you want to seduce a woman into a relationship with you? Want to change? I want to do both. I want to do both. Attract high quality women and seduce them. I love the seduction process. I love the mind-bending stuff that I did. It's a guy calling women to break her. Not the path of a healthy individual, though. Okay? I had my quirks. I had my flaws. But I wielded power in my relationships. My words could bring heaven or hell. Want to change your mindset as part of a lifelong change for the better? Or learn some quick tactics to increase your lay count? There are no tactics that's going to increase your lay count until you fix yourself. He finishes up saying, it is all laid out before you on these forums, for all forums. No one is forcing you into either camp, but I will not stand by and let individuals continue to lay blame at the feet of women. Thank you. No accountability, no accountability whatsoever for themselves. It is pathetic and a sign of he said it himself, a weak man. I'm seeing it, he's seeing it. What does that tell you? You guys who put the women in the boxes and blame women because they're sluts. They're whores. You blame women for your own weakness. I'm honored to aid fellow man. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to argue and persuade. Nothing will come of that. Newbies, seek out men for their knowledge and experience with goodwill intentions, and do not care about the little green bars. Always take responsibility. Don't seek to blame others for the failures of yourself. Who is this fella? Okay. Very good. Of course, these types of threads, they always go sideways by the people on there, because the people on there are coming at ways, crooked. They always devolve down to nothing. It starts as a great source of information, then it just gets worse. Let's move on to my next one. That was actually a good post. This fellow is worried because his girlfriend apologized to her ex. And he says, is this a red flag? My girlfriend and I were talking about her relationship with her ex of 8 months, and she realized how manipulative she was to him. Things with her family was really bad. She said that she used him as a comfort blanket and someone to be there for her when no one else wanted to be. She sent a long paragraph of how she was sorry for everything. I don't know if this is disrespectful or reacting. He's overreacting. The woman, obviously, if she had told him about it, that means she's open and upfront about what's going on in their life. And, she was feeling bad. She wants to apologize to the guy. Okay? She had no respect for him because she treated him like shit, obviously. She dogged him out. So women have no respect for men like that. It sounds like she may have attracted someone who's like the last guy, that's sitting there worried about the shit. Sometimes we've got to be mature to see what's really going on. We've got to stand above the trees. Someone on the site is saying, is MGTOW the male version of feminism? It seems like it. And someone comes in and says, nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. This is a type of man who lives on his own terms, and his prime focus is his development and increasing his resources. And I don't have a problem with that at all, fellas. I don't have no problem with that. I can support that. It is not like he is anti-woman. He gets a lot of women because of his status and financial worth, which he is aware of. Okay, I have a problem with that. You should get women just because you're financial worth, because those are gold diggers. Okay? And I also have a problem with that because we don't see that within the MGTOW community. These guys are not getting women. That's what they were complaining about. All they're doing is whining about women and the dating relationship game. Excuse me. Then the guy goes on. So he's not seeing the real MGTOW. He describes a cousin of his. For example, MGTOW. He owns 3 frac factories. 35 years old. Gets laid almost every day. No, that's a playboy. That's not a MGTOW. Don't put the ugly veneer of MGTOW on a successful man. See, when guys read that, they're going to try to sign up for MGTOW. And then all they're going to do is get all that dose of negativity from the bitch-assness that's within the whole group. Because I need to address that Steve Hoka talking shit. I really do need to change the name from the Player Supreme Show. Because people think I'm trying to create number of players. I'm not trying to create nothing but players here. I'm trying to help you guys become better men. I encourage you guys to join Toastmasters. See, they don't see all that. And many of you guys have joined Toastmasters, and you're learning to become better speakers, better communicators, better leaders in life, which means better men. It's like, fuck. The name, I used to teach how to be a player. My 7 steps, becoming a player, how to become a player, what you need, the 7 things that you need. And I talk about all of them in the book, in the program, actually, because I broke the book up into 7 sections over 21 days, and I put in all kinds of extra stuff into the program. So you work on stuff every 3 days. You get something to work on. You get the next section of the book, you read it, you learn it, you apply it. I need to add that to my super site also and raise the price of my super site. That is my confidence kicker. That needs to be changed to something else because I want to prepare you guys for everything out there. Conquer your fear, confidence, how to get women, my how to fuck, my how to talk to women, the whole package. See, I'm trying to build one place that will have everything in it. So have everything all spread out. And then sell that as my major tool. Because I can take all my stuff and bring it together in one place and make a better man. That's why going into, and I'm also taking a class today on how to do marketing on YouTube. Then I've got another class tomorrow for learning how to do marketing on Facebook. So I'm not going to be focused on doing a lot of video conversations with fellas anymore. I've got to up my game, fellas. You know, I just tuned into the advice show where I try to, see his new videos. And I saw, the goddamn Dean mug in his show. So I clicked on it, and the show was, the goddamn Dean, spitting his usual bullshit. I'm so disappointed in Phil. He let that mother, well, they both live in Texas, but he let that dude con him into airtime on the show and then promoting him in his thread. You guys know about the trouble I had with that dude. I didn't know he was even still around. I thought he had probably given up. Holy shit. Now that's a con. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I couldn't believe it. So I had to withdraw my support of Phil, man. What the fuck? Phil. I thought Phil had more game than that to be able to see through people's bullshit. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that because he got me also. Steve the Dean got me too. Came on like you wanted to be a friend, all that kind of stuff, and then stabbed me in the back. Just like he did Mode 1 and just about everybody else had any dealings with him. Fuck. Okay. So, unfortunately, a lot of negative people have destroyed the MGTOW movement. It may have started off as a good thing like that. You know, men going their own way. Just the concept of going your own way. You don't need to go your own way. You don't need to go away from women. Women are a great accessory to your life. You come home after a hard day of work. She's there cooking. You come in, you sit on your big chair. She sucks your dick, then serves your food. Can't get it better than that. Do you think my boy Grease don't have a problem getting that done for him? I just watched a video of a girl begging him to come over. Okay? If you represent yourself as a man, they're going to treat you like a man. If you come at them like a whiny little bitch-made motherfucker, that's what you're going to get. And that's why a lot of these guys in MGTOW are whiny bitch-made motherfuckers. White, black, Asian, whatever race they are. Whiny, bitch-made motherfuckers. And they will respond to me like a bitch-made motherfucker. Get all feminized and start shaking the head side to side. Want to talk some shit. Men don't need to go their own way. If you run your life like a man, you don't need to go your own way. They used like to use, well, the relationships and women after marriage, if you took care of your wife the right way, she ain't gonna want to divorce you. If you came in as a man, presented yourself as a man, she ain't gonna want to go anywhere else. She's not gonna want to fuck your best friend just to get back at you. So basically, these guys, instead of going their own way, they talk about going their own way and improving their life. They don't do shit. All they do is make videos whining about bitches, women. They ain't going no way, but straight towards women to beg and whine. And that's just the way it is. Peace out, fellas.